real cheating stories. Unveil the truth. Don't miss out. Subscribe to Cheating Stories.
I'm the other woman and had no idea, and I'm completely lost on what to do. 30 years old female, 28 years old male, and another 30 years old for male. So I met what I thought was my boyfriend 8 months ago. We met through a group in our town specific for making friends, board game nights, get-together, etc. I had just moved here from out of state 6 months prior for a new chance and job opportunity and knew nobody. So I go to my first event and he's there. I thought he was so cute and learned. He was also a Twitch streamer, gamer, and really nice guy. We got to talking and showing our setups, and that's it. The second time we're both at an event together, I decided I'd ask for his number. He was there, and we talked for a bit. It was at a bar cafe with alcohol and a cafe. I don't drink much and went for coffee, and he was the only person who went for coffee too, so I thought, he's feeling the connection and is into me too. I asked for his number and he gave it to me. Then told me, but we can only be friends, and how he had gotten out of something complicated and didn't want to date. I was heartbroken and all, but I felt pulled toward him and decided to just be friends, but if something happened later, great. Like a few weeks go by and I decided to host a board game night at my apartment. I had Mario Party and Jack in the Box as well. He showed up first and an hour goes by and only one other person shows up, and it's a girl. 10 people Arsbev. I didn't know all of them that well, but my feelings were hurt and I prepped snacks and ordered a boatload of pizza, so he ate as much as he could and kept saying this worked out better for me, and she pulled me aside and said she was gonna leave after 10 minutes being there. She said it felt like we were too coupley. This is in June at this point for a timeline. So she left and we played some games. I beat him at Mario Party and he beat me at Mario Kart. He and I were super close, and I don't know who did it first, but we kissed. I've kissed probably 20 guys in my life, and I've never felt so electric and powerful and weak at just a kiss before. It escalated and we had sex for the first time. He stayed super late, like 3 a.m., and then left. 2 weeks go by of me asking him to hang out or talk about it, and he was super hesitant, but eventually he came over and we hung out gaming, kissed a bit, and he tells me he really only wanted to be friends. I felt terrible, so 2 weeks go by again, and I moved to a new house with a pool in the backyard and invited him and some others over, and again, only he comes. This time he was all over me and it was great. I told him I needed us to be dating if this continued monogamously and just me. I really cared for him and couldn't keep playing these games. He thought about it for a week and then we met up again. He confessed he had a daughter and that's why he was so hesitant dating. Her mom disowned her. And he'd been a repeat single parent for the last 4 years. He didn't want to date unless I was looking to get married, and he didn't want to make a commitment with someone if they weren't okay with her and stepping into a mom role. Again, he was divorced, and I was divorced, and I had a miscarriage with my ex-husband. I had always felt I had a hole in my heart from losing that baby. Can you believe if I had carried to term, it would have been roughly a month younger than his daughter, both Scorpios. So I said yes and agreed to everything. I then started seeing him every weekend. His roommate, another Army soldier, would watch his daughter so we could go out and etc. So to speed this up, in October, he found out he was being transferred by the Army to Texas a month later. We both knew it was a possibility, but no time frame. Took a lot of talking and speaking with my family, who again is out of state, and I'm alone where I moved to. And I decided I wanted a family more than a career. So come November, I quit my job and I was going to move back in with my family, live rent-free and save all that money till August of next year for a wedding and a down payment on a house in 2025. I receive a text from a woman laughing through the Texas, and she says, and I quote, "Hey girl, my name's Lala, and I'm Fabio's fiancé of 4 years. I just found your text and info in his phone. So I thought I'd let you know I'm not joking, by the way. And this isn't a prank or something funny. He's snoring next to me on the couch. I didn't believe them, so I asked for proof, so they sent a photo of him clear as day asleep on the couch. Then photos of her and him, together boudoir naked photos and photos of him kissing her, etc. Then she FaceTimes me from his phone to rub in my face. I was the other woman and how I ruined their family. I was crying my eyes out. I felt violated, betrayed, and just plain stupid. I know I did chase him in the beginning, but he never said he had someone else. He was engaged or anything. He was, after all, a single father for 4 years. So she wakes him up and he immediately hangs up the FaceTime, and he and her are both texting me at 3:30 on that day, and she's blowing up on me that he doesn't want her and wanted to end it for a while, but because he took her out of Texas to move where I am now, he wanted to wait till they were back in Texas so she had options with her family, etc. She has a son that's not his and 3 months younger than his daughter. So he is texting me apologizing like crazy and never meant for anything of this to happen, and how much he loved me and cared for me and couldn't let me go. He fell for me without meaning to, and he knew I was his soulmate and how he never thought someone like me could exist. I haven't stopped crying and throwing and been struggling to get out of bed, and I truly, truly love him. I never met anyone like him before, and we had so much in common. Our marriages were mirrors of each other, the abuse, the pain, and the trauma. He left her and is starting over with nothing, and he still wants to be together. And I want to, too. That's why I'm posting. I know he lied and it cheated on both of us for months, and I get where he was coming from. But ugh, I never felt so connected to him. The electricity when we're in the same room, the magnetism to be near him all the time, and all the small things he'd do for me. He proposed to her in February of 2023, and he keeps repeating how he wished he had met me sooner and how he pushed me away at the beginning because he felt awful about his attraction to me as well. He felt obligated to propose because they'd been together so long, and he didn't think he could do better. Then I walked in. He described what I wore the first time we met, how my hair was, the board game night I hosted, and what I wore, what candles I used, like he paid attention to all the details too. I feel like this isn't like every cheating story I ever read on here, and I never thought I'd be in this position. I feel selfish wanting to try to fix this with him. But I love him so much. I swear he's my soulmate and was made for me. I feel it in every cell in my body.
That was another real cheating story. Please drop a line in comments. What do you think about it? I wish you a great day.